guys, Mrs. Shadbolt here for another story. Tonight, actually, I got out one of my National Geographic books so that we can learn about sea otters. I love sea otters, and there are some really interesting facts in this book. So this is a nonfiction book, and usually you can tell because there is a table of contents, tells us what's going to be on each page, and it also uses real pictures instead of drawings or cartoons. So here we go, sea otters. It's a sea otter. What dives and plays in the water all day? What floats on its back when it eats a snack? What has a flat tail but is not a whale? A sea otter. What is a sea otter? Sea otters are mammals. They live in the cold Pacific Ocean. Otter word, mammal. A mammal is an animal that feeds its baby milk. It has a backbone and it is warm-blooded. Otters are fun to watch. They like to play with each other. They dive and they splash. And in this picture it says sometimes sea otters live in zoos or aquariums. They might have been hurt or sick in the wild. Otters get help there. Life in the sea. Sea otters live close to shore. They find small animals to eat there. Sea otters dive to the ocean floor. They swim through kelp forests. They need lots of food and clean water to live. And here's one of our labels. It says kelp, so it looks like seaweed. That's kelp. Kelp is a kind of large seaweed that has a long stalk. It can grow into an underwater forest. Now, I like these books because they have little jokes at the top. What does an otter say in an emergency? Kelp! Kelp! Built for hunting. A sea otter's body is perfect for hunting in the water. The tail helps steer the otter through the water. Its back legs are webbed like flippers. They help the otter swim and dive. Its fur is thick to keep it warm. The front paws feel and grab for food. The mouth has sharp teeth that tear off bits of food. Its nostrils can close underwater to keep the water out. They have great eyesight that helps the otter find food. And its body is a long body that helps the otter glide through the water. Snack time. So we have a lot of different things that otters like to eat here. We have scallops, shrimp, squid, sea urchin, and crab. Sea otters eat small animals. They eat more than 40 different kinds. They munch on clams, crabs, squid, urchins, and other animals. Sea otters have favorite foods just like you. And in this picture it says a sea otter cracks open the shell to eat the animal inside. Sea otters eat their meals above the water. They lie on their backs and they use their stomachs as plates, but they don't use a knife and fork. Sea otters use rocks to crack open hard shells. And there's another joke. What is an otter's favorite science topic? Otter space. Scrub-a-dub. Do you like to stay clean? Sea otters do. They groom themselves for hours every day. They scrub their faces and bodies with their paws. They also somersault, twist, and turn. This washes food scraps off of their bodies. Their fur must stay clean to be warm. So here's another otter word. It says groom. To groom is to clean by scrubbing, licking, or biting. Fuzzy fur. It's hard to stay warm in cold water, but a sea otter's fur is up to the job. It is thicker than any other animal's fur. The fur has 2 layers. The outside layer keeps the cold water out, and the inside layer stays warm and dry. And there's another joke up here. What did the teacher say to the otters causing trouble? Go on, get Otter here. 6 cool facts about sea otters. Number 1, sometimes sea otters hold hands. Well, paws. Number 2, sea otters can hold their breath for about 5 minutes. Most people can't do this for more than 1 minute. Number 3, they are members of the weasel family. Number 4, they eat 10 pounds or more of food each day. This gives them energy to swim and hunt. Number 5, they are the smallest sea mammals in the world. And number 6, sea otters have their own pockets. They put food in a pouch under each front leg while hunting. And you can see the label pointing to the pouches under their front legs. Playful pups. This says a mother often floats with her pup on her chest. Baby sea otters are born in the water. They are called pups. Pups are about 2 feet long at birth. That's about as long as 2 cereal boxes. Here's another question. What is an otter's favorite book series? Harry Otter, of course. The mother teaches her pup how to swim, dive, and roll, but she does the hunting until the pup is older. A mother may wrap her pup in kelp when she dives. Then the pup will stay in one place while she's away. Taking it easy. Sea otters live in groups called rafts. The groups are usually all boys or all girls. They spend lots of time together. They rest, groom, and eat. Otters in rafts often wrap themselves in kelp too. They may sleep like this, side by side. And here's another joke. What is the first thing sea otters learn in school? Their ABCs, because they live in the sea. Watching out for otters. Scientists are busy studying sea otters. They want to know how otters live and eat. They want to learn about otters that have gotten sick or hurt too. Then they can help. Scientists do know that pollution hurts sea otters. Keeping pollution out of the ocean helps sea otters stay healthy. And that's our otter word. Pollution is dangerous material that makes the water, air, or soil dirty. And in this picture here, it says a scientist weighs a sea otter at the Monterey Bay Aquarium. And for this one, it says this sea otter was rescued from an oil spill. People helped clean and care for it. What in the world? These pictures show close-up views of sea otter things. Use the hints below to figure out what's in the pictures. So here's our words up here. Oops, on this page. There's kelp, teeth, paws, squid, fur, and the ocean. See if you can figure these out. Number 1 says, an animal that sea otters like to eat. What do you think that might be? Number 2 says, sea otters live here. Number 3, this keeps otters warm in cold water. Number 4, a kind of tall seaweed. Number 5, these are used to grab food. And number 6, they tear off bits of food. So if you need to, you can pause the video and see if you can figure all of these out. And then the last page just tells us all of our little vocabulary words that we learned throughout the book. That otters groom, which is cleaning themselves. We learned that kelp is a type of seaweed and that they can grow into a forest underwater. We learned that a mammal is an animal that gives its baby milk, has a backbone, and is warm-blooded. And we learned that pollution is dangerous material that makes the water, air, or soil dirty. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed learning about the sea otters. I love sea otters because I think they're so cute, and I hope you have a great night.